Hi all, hope you all are doing good. So I just have few Fenty lip glosses and I thought of quickly sharing and swatching the shades with you all, so it could help any one of you who is looking to buy these shades. So for reference, I'm somewhere in between NC47 to NC50 in MAC, and in tinted foundation I match to 40N cinnamon. That is the closest to match. All the foundations whichever I set right now are not my exact match. It is the range in which I fit into. To line my lips using MAC Chestnut. This is a shade called Honey Waffle, and this is how the shade looks. This might look pretty orange in the camera, but in real time this is not that orange. It has a little bit of nudie peach undertone to it. So this is how the shade looks. I see a lot of people love the shade, but for me it is like okay kind of shade. Prefer this for more westerny kind of look. Like if you're not having your base makeup right, then this shade will never work. If you are around my skin tone, that's what I mean. But for complexion like around from 40 to 45, this could be a great peachy waffly kind of nude. Like yeah, this is the least favorite for me in this range. The next shade which I'm going to show is the deeper version of Honey Waffle. I like that one more than the Honey Waffle as it is. This is called Cookie Jar. And so this is how the shade looks. You see, right? There is a little bit of red to it. It suits most of the deeper skin tone. This is giving me kind of a brick orange kind of shade. So if you are someone who is into these kind of muted brick red, then you will love this one. Actually, this goes without or with makeup. Most of the time I won't prefer lipsticks or pigmented lip gloss without makeup, but there are a few exceptions like your lip tint. It could go well without makeup, but when it comes to cream lip stain, lip tint, or anything which has a creamy lipstick kind of consistency, I won't wear it without makeup. This one is far better than the Honey Waffle, and this is how the shade looks. For Cookie Jar, actually it works without lip liner too, but Honey Waffle you must definitely have a lip liner if you are somewhere around my skin tone. Night Moth from MAC. And the next one is called Mauve Vibes. Name stands for it. It is very mauve and has a cool toned purple to it. And yeah, this is how the shade looks on me. And let's just apply it on the lips. A little goes long way. These lip glosses are nicely pigmented. So this is how the shade looks. It is a beautiful mauve, cool toned mauve. Goes well for deeper skin tone like us. If you wanted to buy Fenty lip gloss, you will love the shade. This is a beautiful shade. Works well for a deep brown skin tone like mine. So here is the swatch. But you know what, I have a dupe for this one, which is not exact dupe in terms of consistency. It is not a gloss, the one which I'm going to show you. This one is from Vinyl Ink Maybelline. Lately I'm coming up with so much of dupes for this particular shade, like even in high end. Do one side, right? This is a matte cum gloss kind of product, and this is how the shade looks. It is almost same, but this one is more cool and this one has a little bit of more purple in it. That's the difference. And lips, you will not be able to see any difference. That is how I feel about this shade. So this is how it looks. Honestly, you will not be able to see any difference. Looks very identical, but the formulation of the vinyl one is more matte and it has a glossy finish, but the Fenty one has a good cream gloss finish. So that's a difference between these two. So this one is just $9, but it has around 5 ml, and this one is around $30 I believe, and it has around 9 ml. So if you don't want to spend so much on Fenty, you can buy this one. This one has pigment. It wears for a very long time, and desperately want something from Fenty and you are not a brown person, then you can buy this one. It's a beautiful shade. The last shade which I'm going to show you is a shade which I like to use without any effort at all. So I can just take it and apply it and leave. It has a decent pigment, and it just works fine on my skin tone. It gives an even application and stuff. I'm trying my best to make the lipstick shades true to the camera. So this is a famous shade from Fenty. It's not a cream finish. The rest three are cream finish. Basically it is a lip gloss without too much of pigment. So this is how it looks, right? So the consistency of this one is very light when compared to the other three, because the other three has more pigment in it. That's why they call it as a cream finish. But this one is just a bomb lip gloss. In camera, the lower lips look pink, but in real time, both the lips look even. From all this shade, I use hot chocolate a lot. This shade has a dupe, like you can match with this one. I use the shade Witty over the Mauve Whites, and the other two shades, these two shades, like I can easily find lipsticks for Cookie Jar, and the Honey Waffle, it's a shade which is pretty much difficult to work for me. Like, you know, I need to create my makeup look in a certain way to use this one, so that is a pass. And since I do not have any other brown colored lip gloss, I like this one. This is pigmented nicely from ELF. This is in the shade called Honey Talks. I know there is a shade deeper than this one, but this is how the shade looks. This is Honey Talk from ELF. And I think I also have one more shade from ELF, Cinnamon. This is how Cinnamon looks. So this is Cinnamon, this is Honey Talk from ELF, and this is Hot Chocolate from Fenty. Now I like this one. This shows up on my skin very beautifully. It gives a kind of mauvish brown. It is not a true brown, since you'll be able to see on the wand, right? There is a hint of berry to it, a brown with a berry. Basically it is a lip stain. But these two are gloss. I prefer Hot Chocolate, and I do not see any dupe in my collection for it, exact dupe. But I heard there is a dupe in Maybelline. I'm not sure about the shade name, but if you could Google it, you will get it. If you are desperate to buy one shade from Fenty and you don't like pink or you don't like orangey shades, you just need a plain lip gloss and not sure which one to pick. And if you are around my skin tone, then buy this one. It just worth the money, it just worth the experience. So that's all the swatches, but I just needed to do some talking. Since I swatched it and you watched it, it doesn't mean that you have to invest in those. Even if you are somewhere around my skin tone and looking for a gloss, first go check the drugstore options which you have. I swatched ELF also for you, and the Witty one also from Maybelline. These are drugstore options. I just wanted to help someone who already have an intention to buy it. This video could be helpful for them to choose a shade which they are looking for swatches in a particular skin tone, which could be me. That's the reason I swatched it. And also have in mind, I post content on beauty, so that's the reason I'm doing all these swatches and stuff. But if you just randomly watch the video, there is no pressure to buy this just because I swatched it or you saw something looked nice on me. There is always a drugstore alternative for Fenty. There are a lot of dupes available for Fenty. Do check that out before investing in this if you do not have a plan to buy these. So whenever I do a swatch, right, I just somewhere feel like I'm creating an intention for the viewers to buy it. So it's not about buying, and I just don't want to influence you to buy something which you really don't want to buy. Hope I made sense. And yeah, that's all for the video, and see you in my next video. Bye.